Everyone, how are you guys doing today? So this video is me moving into my new apartment, and I will be telling you guys a story time of how I moved and the struggle I went through moving my things from the moving car upstairs, like with the elevator. So initially this is funny because I know what I went through. Initially, when I was looking for someone to help me with the move, I reached out to moving companies, one-man business, big companies, and the minimum that they were all gonna charge me was $400. At that point, I'm like, I just paid first and last month rent. I just bought mattress, I just bought bed frame. So I'd spent a lot already and I'd not even moved. So it got stressful for me and I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. So I started looking on Facebook Market, guys. Facebook Marketplace is the plug. If you're looking for anything, to be honest, anything, you'll find it on Facebook Marketplace. So after I'd exhausted all my options, I went to Facebook Marketplace and then I typed in, moving, movers, or anything that had to do with moving. And then I saw a couple of people. I reached out to them and some of them were saying, we can do it for $250. I'm like, okay, cool. Are you gonna have assistants or it's just you? And they're like, oh, it's just me, so I'm gonna have to assist them. I'm like that. All right, cool. Move on to the next. So eventually I found one guy moving company. I just found one guy, right? And then I reached out to the person and he said, okay, you can do it for $150. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. So I'm going to assist you. I already put my mind to the fact that I'm going to assist the person in moving my things into the van. And the person said, okay, no problem. And then last minute before I moved, my mom told me, she's like that I shouldn't lift a finger, like I shouldn't lift anything. So I should ask the person if they can get assistance and I'll pay them $200. So I asked the person and the person said, yes, they can do that. So I offered to pay $200. However, on the day that I had to move, this person comes alone, doesn't come with an assistant or anything. Cool. I ask, I'm like, so now that you're here alone, I'm going to pay you the $150 that we agreed upon initially. And he goes, no, you have to pay me, the $200. I'm like, nah, I can't pay you the $200 because in the end, I'm going to have to assist you. And it's like, oh no, I shouldn't assist him, that he will get it done fast. So I said, okay, cool. And then he started moving my things, broke some items, but, they were not that much of a damage. So I could fix them back. And we decided to start the move, right? I don't want to say the nationality of this person that helps me with the move, but I'm going to tell you about this person. So I get into the car and the car smells of cigarette. I don't think my mom knows this story, but she's going to be hearing it on here for the first time. The car smells of cigarette and then I'm like, what? So I look in the compartment, like the cup compartment of the car, and then I see like burnt out cigarettes, and then the person is taking a smoke while I'm in the car. And I say to the person, can you put it off because the smoke is affecting me and it's not right for you to have someone in your car and you're doing that. And he goes, that he's not going to be able to drive if he doesn't take a smoke. So I wind down my window and then it's cold, bear in mind, it's freezing. So he's taking a smoke and then eventually he burns it out. So we keep driving. My friend is on the phone with me just so that I can get to my destination safe because I did not trust this person that was driving. I couldn't cancel last minute because that day was the day that I had to move out of my old apartment. So the person keeps driving and then we get halfway into the trip and then it pulls out a blunt of weed and then lights it all up and is asking me, do you want to smoke? I'm like, I'm good, thank you. And it's like, that why is a beautiful girl like me turning down weed? I'm like, I'm good, I don't want to smoke, and please don't light that thing up while I'm here. And then it's like that I have no other choice, that he's going to do it. And at some point I was already lamenting and complaining to my friend on the phone, like, yo, I wish I could take another car and have this person just drive on their own. But then again, since I don't trust the person with me in the car, how am I going to trust the person with my items in his car? So I was like, cool, I will endure till I get to my destination. Right? And then after the whole smoke shenanigans, this person starts to make advances towards me and is trying to talk to me and telling me that, oh, you know, if not because of circumstances that will make me his wife, I'm just like, nah, dead it. Just dead that conversation. Anyways, we proceed. We get to the new apartment building, and then I go into the lobby. I tell the security at the lobby that, hi, I'm a new tenant and I'm moving up. And then the security gives me all types of forms. I'm like, what are these forms for? And he's like, oh, I have to fill this, I have to fill that, and I have to drop a $500 deposit before I can move. I'm like, why would I do any of this? And it's like, that's the building policy. I'm like, you're not even listening to what I have to tell you. You're just throwing out this information to me, and I was not informed about it. I'm moving in impromptu and I cannot go to the bank and get you a deposit. And it's like, well, if I cannot, then I have to not, then I can't move in. So I got so frustrated, and then I'm thinking of options. So I now ask him, okay, cool, I'm gonna go to the bank, get the $500 deposit, and then I will move in. And he goes, oh, one of the elevator is down, so even if I put that $500 deposit, I still can't move in. Can you hear that crap? I'm actually so pissed even saying this again, because it annoyed me so much that it's okay, let's move on. So you're telling me that if I go all the way to the bank, I leave this guy with my items in the garage, right? I go all the way to the bank, I come back, fill this form that is irrelevant, and I give you the deposit of $500. After all of that stress, I still can't move in my things into the apartment. Nah, you're talking crap at this point. So I go to the garage, like where the van was parked, and then I'm looking around and I see a trolley, right? So I was like, okay, cool, pull some of my things in this trolley. And then I called my roommate, who was already moved into the house, to see if she could help me move some of my items. So she comes downstairs, and then we're moving the first trolley, and then the security guy comes and says, oh, is this all that you have? And meanwhile, I know I have a lot of things at the back of in the garage. So when he asked me that question, I realized that, okay, he's okay with me moving just these items upstairs with the trolley. So I said to him, yes, that this is all that I have. And then it's like, hey, it's fine. And since I have a trolley, then I don't really need the deposit, right? So I was like, okay, cool. And then my roommate and I was like, well, since he doesn't mind you moving with this one, then we might as well just move all your items upstairs with this trolley. So that's what we proceeded to do, right? And then we moved everything. It took us 10 movements upstairs and downstairs 10 times, right? So we got everything up the elevator, and at some point they fixed the second elevator just when we're almost done, and by the time we're done again, the elevator had stopped. So what is literally annoying me is that this man made me go through all of that stress, right? And I would have put a $500 deposit down, and I won't still have been able to move. Bear in mind, I'm still also getting over the annoyance of that mover guy, and he forced me to pay him that $200 in as much as I stood my ground and said I wasn't going to send it the $150, right? And I know that, okay, if I didn't want to send the $200, I wouldn't have sent it, right? But he waited to receive the deposit in his account. He did not leave and wanted to cause a nuisance if I didn't send the $200. So I just had to send it and not, have chaos or drama happening in the building that I'm just moving to. I think I will leave the story time for another video. What I went through getting my name registered onto the building's package and email list. Oh my gosh! To be honest, I just wish I did my research and found out all the information that I needed before I made the move on that particular day, because I don't know. But well, what I'm just trying to say is, if you're going to be making a big move, I would suggest that you have enough money for it. 1, 2, also do your research, find out information on what you need, what you don't need, what you can do before you move. And 3, if you can devise any other means of making your moving comfortable for you, I suggest that you do that, so that you don't have to go through the stress that I went through, and and hopefully pray about it also, because if you're going to be moving to a building that could give you a lot of stress, you might, if you're the kind of person that gets angry easily, you might literally burn out and just burst into anger. So my advice is just stick to those things, and it'll make your moving process seamless and easy for you. Anyways, back to the video, and thank you for listening to my rant and story time. Bye guys.